My dying friend wants to marry me so I can have his social security. Should I do it? Dear Moneyist, he has asked me to be his estate trustee and I agreed to that. He is upset that. Also see, I am 62, worked hard at a modest career with a huge commute, put away 30% each paycheck into retirement, and have been divorced and have never intended to remarry for any reason. My financial he has always tried to help me, but I have not wanted to muddy the waters of our relationship. I continue to date. Is this ethical, receiving government benefits in an arranged marriage? What if he recovers? I have shared this with a couple of close friends and they have made strong arguments for both sides. The proponents feel, I am leaning towards not doing this. Dear Unsure, you wouldn't be the first person to marry for money, and you won't be the last. When people do marry, other people marry for love and end up hating each other, and remain tied together because of money. You perhaps because one person has health insurance with their job, or because they share a home and neither wants to give it up, or they simply can't afford to split it. Maybe they just got. Don't Mississippi. See also, I tend not to listen to the Greek chorus of friends, green mice, or family when making important personal decisions. Sure, I have. You are not money grabbing. I've received a lot of. I am not telling you to marry him, and I am not telling you not to marry him. If you are not whatever you decide, it's a thoughtful and generous offer. If you decide to go, it's rare that we have the ability to choose how we die. If you look at it that way. Also see, do you have questions about inheritance, tipping, weddings, family feuds, friends, or any tricky issues relating to manners and money? Send them to. Would you like to sign up to an email alert when a new Moneyist column has been published? If so, click. Social Security Administration may use Facebook to catch disability scammers. Video by Fox Business.
Raindrop, truck top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.